Hello, welcome to Messing About Models. Today I'd like to show you a locomotive that I got for Christmas with a few wagons. As you can see, it's the Hornby Terrier in London and Southwestern Railway Green. But what's a Brighton built locomotive doing in Southwestern colours, you might ask? Well, it all relates to the Lyme Regis branch, and when it was built it was very lightly constructed. So what the London and Southwestern Railway decided to do, instead of building a specific locomotive, they decided to buy a pair of terriers from the London, Brighton and South Coast Railway, which they did for £500 each, which sounds a bargain, really, to me. Once they went to Nine Elms, where they were repainted and sorted out, this is how they looked for the first part of the 20th century. However, they were a little underpowered for the Lyme Regis branch. The Lyme Regis branch opened on the 24th of August 1903, but before that time, both 734 and 735 here were running goods trains between Exmouth, Sidmouth, Budleigh Salterton, and also doing some passenger work as well. During the winter, only one engine could operate the passenger goods traffic for Lyme Regis, it being subsheded at Lyme, with the engines being exchanged weekly. However, during the summer, both engines were needed to double head. Eventually, they tried to ease some of the curves and relay some of the track, and in 1908, the Terriers were replaced by some specially modified Adams O2 locomotives. 735 here ended up being pilot at Exeter Queen Street station, as it was then, for some time, before they were both sent away for reboilering and fitting with motor train gear for working elsewhere on the Southwestern. So since Up Ottery is also a light railway in Devon, I think it's not entirely unreasonable that this engine would have seen service over it. So, without further ado, let's see it in action. The three-plank wagon has had some comment on the internet regarding its colour. There is evidence that Engineers Department wagons towards the end of the Southwestern Railway period were painted in a red oxide colour rather than the ordinary goods brown that you see here. But that doesn't mean to say that there weren't some wagons painted brown before then, and around the turn of the century it's quite possible. Likewise, with the brake fan, there's been comment on the shade of brown used here, with many saying that this is too light a brown. I believe Hornby have darkened it on subsequent models. My view, however, is a bit more pragmatic, and if it looks right, it just is right. After all, there's no one alive today that can remember seeing these vehicles running in a particular colour, and of course we don't have colour photography from that time. I'm not going to be changing the colour on this brake fan because I think it looks fine as it is. As for the Terrier itself, it's an excellent model of number 735, including the things such as the condensing pipes, which were fitted by the Brighton Railway for working in tunnels in London, and the overall livery is really, really something special. I've never really had a lot of pre-grouping models. My preferred time period is the late 50s and early 60s, with a bit of blue diesels as well from when I was younger. However, this first pre-grouping locomotive that I've had has really set me going, and I think I will be looking to add further London and Southwestern Railway locos to the roster. So please don't forget to hit subscribe and click on the link for my other reviews, including a review of the Hornby Terrier in BR Black. So see you in the next video.